Alrighty, so you want to play Belial in Granblue Fantasy versus Rising, but you don't want to sit through a 30-minute video. I got you. Today we're going to be touching on the normals, specials, his game plan, and some basic combos that you can do. Let's get into it. So first of all, we're going to talk about his normals, or at least a few normals that I think are really important to note about this character. First up is his standing light. This move doesn't seem like a light, it hits like a truck, and it goes pretty far. So I would remember this move. It goes pretty far, you can cancel it into this, and stuff like that. You can cancel it into specials as well. Other than that, we also have his down medium hit. This move is very plus on hit, and it is plus on block. Similar to that with a lot of other characters, his standing light is also +4 on block, so pretty strong tool there. Along with his universal dash hit. The last move I think is pretty strong for his normals is his far away standing heavy attack, which is a double hit. There isn't really anything you can cancel into this, but it's a pretty strong tool to cover the range between you and your opponent. Now we're going to touch on some of the specials that I think are really strong for this character. First up, he does have a fireball, which is pretty strong. Light goes straight, a medium goes up in the air, so you can anti-air with that tool from far away. The heavy is a faster, stronger version of the light. The coolest thing about this tool is that it can be used in different variation. So if you use it, depending on the button that you press, it's usually backwards attack, will do different things. For instance, here's light, here's medium, here's heavy. Heavy is the one that's most consistently used in pressure strings and even some combos. Overall, this is a really strong tool. Other than that, he has this move right here, which is a high hitting, looks to be a grab, but it's not a grab, which is usually used to end combos. With the light, obviously, you get a little knockdown right there. With medium, it's about the same, just a bit slower. And the heavy is usually used to extend combos in the corner. So you can do a few more hits in the corner. Other than that, he does have, just like a lot of other Shotos, you know, he already has the fireball. He also has a pretty good DP if you put in the Z input. He has 3 different variations of this, obviously. He has the light, the medium, which tricks the opponent, and the heavy, which does both. Along with that, he also has a command grab. I don't particularly find this move to be that useful. I'm sure that there are certain situations in pressure that you can mix this up, but it is a bit slow, and considering that a lot of people are pressing the same button very often and fast, I honestly don't recommend using this move too much, and you can't even combo off it, so yeah, don't worry about it. Alright, so now we're going to be talking about his game plan. So with a lot of tools similar to a Shoto, he can play a pretty decent mid-range game, similar to a lot of the other standard characters in this game like Gran and Jita. With his fireball, he can push opponents back, keep them at a decent distance, and also zone a bit with his fireball as well. Along with that, he has some pretty strong tools that can push the opponent back, but also get in and pull the opponent to him. What I'm talking about is his fireball I showed earlier. If you shoot out this fireball and you press backwards heavy, it will pull the opponent into you if you press it fast enough. This can be used for a variety of uses, along in the neutral game and also in the corner for combos and such like that, and it can be used as a frame trap. The game even tells you this in the game's tutorial. If you pull this off after a few hits, it's a frame trap. He has a few different tools he can use after chaining together the medium hit right there. He can do medium forward medium and do it low. He can do medium forward heavy, and these can be canceled after 2 medium hits. 1, 2, boom. 1, 2, 1, 2, boom. So you can mix up the opponent with a variety of different things. Those are just 2 of the tools he has, obviously mixed in there with the command grab. But he also has some crazy fast moves that are also plus on block, like I showed you before. With this move, obviously his dash and his light hit. So you want to mix those up occasionally. So you can actually, so mixing those up enough, you can actually mix the opponent a decent amount. What I would recommend you do to get the opponent into the corner is play a pretty decently strong standard neutral game. So you're going to be using your fireballs a bit to poke at them. Occasionally you're going to be wanting to anti-air them. He does have a pretty strong anti-air. This down right here, it's down heavy. This move can hit people out of the air, and obviously you can chain together combos with this. what I like to do to get them in the corner is either bait out an anti-air and push them back with a combo like this, or what you can also do is get an anti-air, go into the medium version of this move, and grab them, hit them back a little bit, and you can push them. So you mainly want to be focusing on pushing them to the corner, but you also can play a strong neutral game with your tools that I showed off before to make sure that they don't put you in the corner, and then you keep them at a distance for the times that you're either charging back up your special moves or you're preparing for what you're going to do next. Next, what I like to show you is a few pretty basic combos. I would say some of the combos here are pretty easy to understand. They're a little difficult to perform, mainly the corner routes, but you'll see. We'll start off with the mid-screen, they're not too difficult. Here's the combo I recommend doing in the corner if you get a auto combo start. So with this, you get a ton of damage. The timing for this combo can be a bit tricky with some of the moves, but eventually you'll get it down, and it's really not as hard as some of the other combos I've done in this game. So, lastly, I want to talk about his unique function, which is by pressing this bottom button right here. For me, that's X on PlayStation. You're going to do a long forward counter. This move goes pretty far, and he covers a lot. Obviously, he covers a lot of distance, and he's completely safe this entire time. The only thing the opponent can really do to throw this off, I found, is to throw. But if you're able to mix this up around a time that you think an opponent is jumping in or doing something, you can obviously punish them. So let's say Jita jumps in and does that. If I see her jumping in, boom, counter right there, and you are plus 47 on block. So you are very safe after this. So this is a pretty good thing to mix up into your neutral to occasionally throw off the opponent. If you are knowing that they're going to do something, they've done it enough, you condition them, you can throw them off. So yeah. Overall, that's the basic coverage of this character. This character obviously has a lot more to him that you could do, but if you want to just pop in and play, you only want 10 minutes to lab and practice some stuff, these are the things I recommend that you practice and that you learn. So appreciate you guys, and I'll see you in the next one. So peace.